Hey dude, I love your tattoo. You just did a new one? It was painful?
Huh?
It was painful?
I slipped the arm.
It was okay?
Yeah, it's a fun, mate.
Okay, just wow, it's super nice, this one. Why did you do it?
Because I like drinking.
Calum von Moger in the past 7 years has literally lived hell on earth, from having all the fame, money, great body, and women, to having his bicep tear while curling 400 pounds, having his quad and the exact same bicep tear again while hiking, having his two love pets, Baz and Rex, pass away, being accused for abandoning his child, jumping off a 2-story house in an attempt of suicide, having his brother found dead after missing for several months, and the list goes on of the tragic seasons Calum von Moger truly had to embark in. A full-on representation of a man who always had a dark cloud above his head the majority of his life, which is truly bad and shocking how Calum von Moger is still standing after all the brutal storms he embarked in, and deserves props that he's still standing. As an average Joe would have smoked their brains out on the first day of any tragedy, so props to Calum von Moger. But before we can dive into the video, please go check out the full life story run-up documentary of Calum von Moger on my second channel after this video ends though. Link in the description. So after the hardships of Calum von Moger, he took a year off social media and came back with an apology video and an announcement that he was part of a new sponsorship backed up, and Calum overall looked like he was good in shape and good position in life. His energy felt positive through the screen when watching his videos. He started doing friendly, engaging content collaborations with big names in the fitness industry like Larry Wales and Cheesy, and overall gave off a newborn version of Calum von Moger.
I'm just having fun. I'm just showing you everybody what I'm doing, and and my achievements and my goals and all that sort of stuff. And now it's a little bit, changed. It's like, now I've collaborated with different brands, LA, Bucked Up, Helimix. So for me, it's business. I look at it more as a business side of things. I show less of my kind of personal life on there. I like to keep that separate, and that's one thing that I did really notice, is that you sacrifice a lot of your privacy in your personal life when you do get on social media. You're exposing yourself to the world. You can have people that can take advantage of that. You can have people that can pretend to be someone they're not and come in and come after you. You can have a lot of distractions. You can have there are all sorts of different things, and people have definitely taken advantage of me because of it. I've noticed that, and that sucks, but it is part of what it is, especially once you have that, once you get that popularity or that reach or those followers, you have to really be able to distinguish that, and I wasn't very good at that at the start. But
this made his fans feel at ease and with no pressure, as they finally saw that their favorite role model has finally made a killer comeback.
Whether I like it or not, they get pulled into it too. Their name gets pulled into the newspapers or on the TV, or they get backlash. And I felt terrible. I felt terrible that my actions are now affecting my family. And it should never have been like that. I should be doing good things and putting out, good content and being a good role model and being, a respectful, contributing person to society, which is what I always wanted to be. And then I turn into this person who I dislike the most, and it's scary when you turn into that person you never want to associate with, and then all of a sudden, because of my blood, my family name gets called out too, and then they're getting affected, or people harassing and bothering them, or people in the street. My mum doesn't want to go down the shopping, the supermarket and go, people are saying, oh, have you seen her son, da da da, like that sucks. So I realized, I've got to really spin this around again so that I can build back my reputation, show people that, that's that I make mistakes. I'm human. We all make, mistakes, and it just happens to be that because I'm in the spotlight, You know,
And people
it's-
probably don't
it's
know
like,
that.
it feels tenfold as bad, you know.
But as of recently, Calum von Moger had went ghost for quite a while and didn't show any activity or posting in the socials, and this behavior started worrying fans once again. And yeah, I understand, bro is just a human. Him too has his own life out of social media, but through the past years of Calum's acting, going quiet on social media shows signs that Calum could be going through depression once again. As fans know, Calum is the type of guy to always love showing up for his fans and continue to live up for his responsibility of being a good role model to the public. So going ghost shows that Calum is giving up on his purpose to continue to inspire due to mental health factors.
I didn't know what to do. I looked, I considered all different things, and I was waiting for my visa to be approved, and I told myself, well, if it gets approved, then I can go back to the States, and go back to the States I can just put a 9mm in my head and go up in the mountains and just do that and be done with it and be forgotten, and that's it. So I was kind of, I gave myself, it was so, I don't know what, this is my process, this is my thought process. I was like, okay, I'm going to give myself this amount of days. I'm going to wait until this day here. And if I'm not doing any better or feeling any better, then I've had enough. I'm going to call it quits. And I think it was my 33rd birthday or something. I got up to June and it was all right. I mean, nothing had really changed. I still felt terrible. I still was depressed, but nothing changed. And I was like, okay, went on. And then, about 2 weeks later, I just had a moment of like just a lot of sorrow, and I was just ready. And I drove up to out into the kind of the bush out in the back of, I don't know where it was, some Indian territory near Marietta or something, and just went up all this thing with my handgun. And I went up there one afternoon. My girlfriend, Mrs., she was like, oh, I'm going to go see Dad. Do you want to come? I was like, no, I would stay home. You go do what you got to do. As soon as she left, I left. And then, luckily I had my phone, and I drank like half a bottle of Fireball or something. And I was like, I'm just, going to check out. Got on the phone, I had my sister call me, or my friend, a few really close friends, and my sister. I talked to my sister and Adam, and managed to talk me out of it. And I think I just passed out up there, and then got through it. And then so that was shit. But I remember just sitting there with the thing, just thinking, just trying to like, okay, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm just psyching myself up to pull the trigger, and I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. And then it was just, I was like, it just felt like it was never going to get better. I felt like
a recent video has been uploaded in the internet by a fellow Frenchman who is in Thailand and spotted Calum von Moger with a fresh new head tattoo, and Calum had officially claimed that he had moved to Thailand. There's a lot of mixed comments on the reason of Calum's moving. Some say Calum has given up and decided to disappear to Thailand as the pressure of being a role model got to him. But I think that Calum really needed time to think about life and leave the US to stay in Thailand, as Calum himself said that Los Angeles had so many distractions, which initially led to his downward spiral.
What would you tell him today of like,
if I saw me back then? Oh man, that's a good question. So probably just to stay in close, just to keep your faith and stay in close communion with mentors, keep your friends and your family close. One of the hardest parts of all was trying to navigate through all these different life experiences, but I was doing it on my own out here, and I didn't have a lot of people or friends or anyone to really fall back on for a long time. So it was difficult, and I didn't have, sometimes I probably really could have used some good advice and some good mentors and stuff.
But moving to Thailand to run away from distractions, it doesn't really look like a good idea, as not long ago, Calum was spotted strip dancing with a man in Thailand club. And let's not forget that Thailand is the home for ladyboys and prostitutes, so it wouldn't really make sense that he's going there to run from distractions, where Thailand is the home of distractions. So yeah, that's a thing we gotta think about. Calum von Moger in the video is apparently smoking, which isn't good for his health to start with, and comments say his facial expressions tell that he is truly going through the most, and shows as if he's portraying a front that he has been living the best life in Thailand, but in reality he is really lost in life and has no purpose. Callum gets a new head tattoo, and he claims that he loves dragons. You know, at this rate, looking back at Callum's actions back in the day, he probably joined a gang in Thailand and then, you know, got a dragon tattoo as a form of initiation. That's a ritual which gangs usually do. And yeah, and everyone believes in their own beliefs on tattoos. Some might think tattoos are horrible, whatever. The fact that Calum von Moger knows that he has millions of young kids who look up to him, and to accept to be seen smoking with his new face tattoo should be alarming, as influence is a powerful tool that must be used responsibly, and you can't blame anyone but Callum, as this is the cost that came with fame, having eyeballs in your life judging every move that you do. So overall, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Check the full documentary, link in the description, and shout out to Monkey Logic for being the first to talk about this incident. So to sum it up, I believe that Callum has the right to do what he wants to do. The problem with fame is people are too quick to bring up that Callum's depressed and lacks purpose in life, as if he is not human too. Callum went through the most, and if you had to put yourself in his shoes, you would feel the pain he goes through as well. Like, bro lost his brother. How in the world y'all think that Callum should be mentally? Of course he still has some brain fog of the shit that he went through. So my initial advice to Callum, if he's watching this video somewhere in Thailand with the Thailand baddies, is that he should look forward to establishing a relationship with Christ. Start going on his knees and praying, whatever. If he doesn't believe in religion, that God is real, why not give it a shot? It's not gonna kill anybody or whatsoever. Who knows? He might change his whole life forever. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, join the Titan Physique Army. Gang gang.
Bye, have a great time.